Hey, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters, and I am celebrating that we are finishing our second week of Daily Positive Affirmations. You all know that we are working from Dr. Susan Lawton's Personal Peaceful Growth Calendar affirmation book, and totally loving this. And you know that if you've been following me this week, you know that this week we have been working on reviewing our vision boards. And it is Friday. Woohoo! We made it to Friday. And I think everyone loves the weekends. I hope you are going to have an amazing Friday. I hope that you, before your weekend completely rolls in, I hope you take the time to just jot down some things that you want. How do you want your weekend to go? Okay, so y'all know that this week we have the song that we've been doing our visualizations to, or our meditations to, is the Blue Danube Waltz by Johann Stauss. And so maybe as you're playing that song today, you can just take those, 8 minutes or so, or however long you want to take, and just sit back, just relax, and plan. How do you want your weekend to go? What activities do you want to do with yourself, your family, your friends? How do you want to show up? Your attitude, let's plan our attitudes in advance. Let's even think about some things that kind of knock us off, or that or in the past have knocked us off of our path. And let's put together our game plan on how we're going to hold our lane if you're trying to be more calm. What knocks you off if you're calm, and how are you going to stay in your calm and peaceful place? Or if you're trying to be more humorous, how has humor played a role in your life before, and what are you going to do to bring a little bit more humor to your life? Whatever paths that you want to show up, whatever ways you want to show up on, let's set those intentions, and let's come up with our game plan so that we don't get knocked away from our intentions, right? Okay, so y'all know that along with the weekly mantra that we're seeing, which is I review my vision board, we also have a daily mantra. And I am loving today's daily mantra. And it is I am comfortable at moving at my own pace. Just going to let that sit down in us, just settle down on us like peaceful dew from heaven. I am comfortable moving at my own pace. We don't need to compare ourselves to others. We don't need to if people criticize us for not moving fast enough, or for moving too fast, we can welcome their feedback, praise them for their feedback, think about their feedback with us and take it to God, and then be comfortable with the pace we are going, right? We don't need to let anyone else set the pace that we go. Okay, when we're talking about pace, I don't know what comes to your mind, but I always think of the tortoise and the hare, right? Everyone was loving that hare. Everyone knew that hare was going to win that race. He was so fast, right? And everyone thinks that speed is what wins races. And obviously it wasn't in Aesop's fables. Fable. Anyway, in Aesop's fable, obviously it wasn't the hare that won the race. It was the turtle. He went at his own pace. So whether you're a slow and steadier or whether you are a person who likes to do things in bursts. If you like to do things in bursts, that's fine. You just might remember that if you're trying to win, you might not want to sleep so long, right? Anyway, so please, kind of as you're doing your meditation today on the Blue Danube, and the Blue Danube Waltz is playing in the background, or whatever song you like better. And I totally love the Blue Danube Waltz. But as you're doing your meditation, just kind of think, what pace do I usually take? What pace do I like to take life in? And what can I do to be more comfortable with my own pace? Okay, so your affirmation for today is, I review my vision board and I am comfortable at moving at my own pace. Okay, you all know that this week we have been, oh my goodness, I wanted to say something else about moving at your own pace. I just had the thought and then it just, I just didn't speak on it soon enough and it is kind of gone, but hopefully it will come back to me. If you want to talk about or post comments about speaking at your own pace in the comments below, we would love to hear from you. Okay, you all know that this week we've been diffusing 2 drops frankincense, wild orange, and oregano. And first of all, maybe you don't have a diffuser yet, right? So there are many different ways that you can get that essential oil aromatherapy going in your environment. The best way is to get a diffuser, and you want to get a good diffuser. And so I'm going to say any diffuser that doTERRA sells is going to be amazing. You can also buy super good ones at Aroma Tools or My Oil Business or Got Oil Supplies. I'm going to really advise to stay like in the $30 range. I found that ones that are cheaper, the ones that we've tried that are cheaper than $30 just don't work good. So you're going to want to at least be in the $30 range to get a good one. That's just my advice. If you found some super good ones that are less than $30 that you are loving, go ahead and post them in the comments below. If you don't have a diffuser yet, put the oils on you. Put the oils on like the lava beads or clay things. Those can really hold the scent for a long time. You can also put them, get some water and do like the reeds and put some essential oils in there, and that will help get the essential oils into the environment. But again, my top pick for doing that is just to put it in the diffuser. It's super easy. You just put 2 drops in, or 5 to however many drops you want in, and flip the switch, and it's just diffusing this beautiful mist that has aromatherapy properties into your environment. It's a game changer for people's environment. So anyway, if you don't have a diffuser, save up. Let people know that's what you want for your birthday or for Christmas, or buy it with your next paycheck, whatever you want to do on that one. But I highly suggest getting a diffuser. Okay, so this week we were diffusing 2 drops frankincense, 2 drops wild orange, 2 drops oregano. We've done a spotlight on Tuesday, Thursday, and Wednesday. We've done a spotlight on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on each of those essential oils, going deep, deep, deep into their emotional properties. Check them out if you haven't checked those out. But today we're going to be talking about the physical properties of those oils. And Advanced Oil Magic is one of my favorite books when it comes to what the essential oils are good for physically and protocols on how to use them. So the first one we're going to is frankincense, which emotionally is the oil of truth. But frankincense is also called the king of oils. Obviously, it was given to Jesus Christ, who is many people's spiritual king. So we're going to hop into talking about the physical uses and some more emotional uses for your frankincense. So frankincense is super good to be used. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm not making any claims. I'm just going to kind of be reading to you from this book. So just putting that out there. If you have major issues, make sure you're working through your doctor. Okay, putting that out there too. So this book is saying that for depression and anxiety, frankincense is super good. And you can put 1 drop underneath your tongue, on your pulse points, or diffuse it. I love, love, love starting my day by or sometime during my day, I'm putting a drop of frankincense in my water and drinking it down. Frankincense is so good for mental function, like so good for mental function. And obviously it's great for emotional use too. So for like depression and anxiety. I don't really suffer with depression and anxiety, but you know what? I think frankincense is also super, oh my goodness. The word, I'm not thinking of the word right now. Maybe I need to go take my frankincense. But it's super good it's an anti-inflammatory. So I completely love putting frankincense underneath my tongue or in a glass of water and just sipping it down. I actually like putting it in a glass of water better. Some people just put it under their tongue, but I I think that if I just put it in a glass of water and then sip on it throughout the day, it's the benefits are extended longer in my body. That's just my own thinking. So anyway, so for depression and anxiety, you could definitely put a drop underneath your tongue or your pulse points or diffuse it, or put a drop in your water and sip on it throughout the day. See how that works for you. Let's be in charge of our own health and let's just try some things. Okay, it's also super good for Alzheimer's and dementia. And if you're going to be using for that, you're going to want to put 2 drops on the bottoms of your feet, especially on your toe area where your reflexology points are for your brain. Look up images, reflexology charts. They're all there. They're free. And you can put it on the base of your skull twice daily. Okay, so morning and night, afternoon and night, just whenever you remember to do that. I think it'd be super good for memory. And okay, they call it frankincense the king of oils because it is just so good for so many things. I think I mentioned that it's anti-inflammatory, which means it's going to be super good for pain. So if you're using frankincense for pain, you can put a drop underneath your tongue again. Okay, and when I say to put a drop underneath your tongue, I'm saying I am 100% only advising using doTERRA's oils because they third-party test every single batch, and they're certified pure therapeutic grade. So I feel like I can trust their safety and their efficacy. So again, if you're in pain, you can put a drop underneath your tongue, or what I would do is I would just get some coconut oil or some olive oil, whatever you have at home, and put 5 drops in maybe a tablespoon of coconut oil and massage that into wherever you're having the pain. Okay, so try that one. And then it's also super good for some heavy hitters. Anyway, I'm just going to say heavy hitters. I just too need to say that if people, I know this isn't a physical use, it's more of an emotional use. Well, maybe it's an emotional physical use. But if people are struggling with pornography, I would definitely recommend using frankincense essential oils. I would diffuse it. I would put a drop of water in your water every day and drink it. And I'm not saying if you do this that you're going to be 100, just boom, completely cured from your pornography addiction, or if that you can give it to someone and boom, it's going to cure them of 100% of their pornography addiction. But I do think that it's something super supportive when it comes to supporting yourself in breaking away from addictions, especially pornography addictions. So, okay, frankincense, it's an analgesic, it's antidepressive, it's antiseptic, and it's just so many other things. Highly recommend getting this book, Advanced Oil Magic, if you want to see all the other protocols and things that frankincense is good for physically. Okay, so we're moving on to oregano, which is the oil of humility and non-attachment. Because there are some certain things that you want to be super attached to, right? You want to be super attached to the things you value. But there are certain things that you don't want to be super attached to. You might not want to be super attached to what other people think of you. Like, I think I've come to realize that what God thinks of me is way more important than what other people think of me. What other people think of me is really none of my business. So, there are things that you don't want to be attached to. You don't want to be attached to bad habits or addictions. You don't want to be attached to bad memories in the past. Let's let some of those things go. So oregano is something that we understand that can help us with that emotionally. Let's dive in now to see what oregano is good for physically. Okay, so the first one is warts, and I'm going to give you a warts protocol that is found in this book. Okay, so basically they're saying 18 drops oregano, 18 drops clove, 13 drops melaleuca, and Caleb, do you want to get that light? 13 drops melaleuca and 5 drops of frankincense. So you're going to basically mix all those oils together in an empty oil bottle, and then you're going to just take a toothpick, dip it in that concoction, and you are going to put it on whatever warts you have, okay? So try that. We would love to see your results with that. If you're going to try that, definitely post your results in the comments below, right? Okay, so that's the first thing that oregano is super good with. It is also good with if you have rheumatoid arthritis. If you have that, you're going to want to put like maybe a drop of oregano into maybe like a teaspoon of and you're going to have to play with your body to see because oregano is a hot oil, so you're going to have to kind of play with your body to see what is the magic portion for you. Some people might want to do 1 drop of oregano in a teaspoon of oil and then massage that into wherever they're experiencing arthritis. Some people might want to dilute it more heavily. Some people might not want to dilute it as much. See what works for you. Okay. It also helps with athlete's foot, canker sores, carpal tunnel, control issues, another thing that you want to just let go of, and fungal infections, intestinal parasites. The list goes on. They have some heavy hitters listed in this book on what oregano is good for. I am going to be posting one of my favorite clips on oregano in the comments below, but that's a little bit more about oregano. It's antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic, antiviral. The list goes on and on. Now, here's the thing about plants too. Plants are so complex, and because essential oils are so complex, they can be used for many, many, many different things. So, someone's coming to our door, so I'm just going to send my son to see who that is. Okay, so that is what oregano is good for.
What's up? Your mom? She's doing a Facebook Live.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Super good guy just came. He knew I wanted a book, and he just brought a book for me. Like, our neighbors in this neighborhood are amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. Sorry for the interruption, but I hope you live in an amazing neighborhood. If your neighborhood hasn't built its community yet, be the one to start it. Okay, I think I'm looking at the wrong place. Anyway, if your community has not built its neighborhood, I'm sorry, saying that one wrong or kind of backwards. If your neighborhood has not started to form into this amazingly supportive community yet, be the one to start it. Go take the brownies or the cookies or whatever is your favorite treat to cook and go get to know your neighbors. Like, I can guarantee you, your neighbors, once you get to know them, they will be awesome. They will be one of the most supportive people to you. So if you haven't built your neighborhood yet, do that. He just brought me a book that I was dying to read. Super, super great neighbor. Okay, so back to wild orange. So we know that wild orange is the oil of abundance. And we know that any citrus oil is going to be a mood elevating oil. So your lemon, your lime, your wild orange, your bergamot, your grapefruit. Diffusing any of those is going to be an instant uplift to your mood. Try it. Try it. I dare you. My favorite thing to clean with is On Guard, and 3 drops On Guard, 3 drops lemon in, a spray bottle that you can just buy at the dollar store, right? Fill it up with water, put 6 drops of oil into it, and I'm cleaning. And when I smell that lemon essential oil, oh my gracious, it makes cleaning so much more fun. So take the dare, get some citrus oils, diffuse them, see what they do for you. Anyway, going on with some of the physical properties of wild orange essential oil. Okay, so first of all, it is great for an energy pickup. So you can put 1 to 3 drops in your water and just drink that. Seriously, if you are still drinking soda, can I just say, do your research. It's going to zap. It's going to zap you. It really, really will. Yeah, it might energize you for a while, but then you're going to have that cycle let down. Don't do it. And you're going to get into obesity issues. It's going to help get you into diabetic issues. We don't want that, right? We don't want that. We want something way more natural and way more better for us. So put the wild orange in your water, drink it. You're going to love how it gives you an energy boost and it gives you a spirit boost at the same time. You're going to love it. Okay, so it's also a cheering the mood enhancer. You can put a drop or 2 in your hands, rub them together. Smell them, right? Just totally smell them. And if you don't have a diffuser, that's one of the best ways to diffuse too. Just take whatever oil you want, rub it in your hands, smell them. I would definitely not recommend doing, if you don't have a diffuser, do not do the 2 drops frankincense, 2 drops oregano, 2 drops wild orange in your hand, rub them together and smell it. Oregano is a super, super, super hot oil. I would not even recommend putting 1 drop of oregano on your palm and doing that. No. So, yeah. If you're putting oregano on your body, you're going to definitely want to heavily dilute that. Just saying. Or, unless you're using it for warts, in which you're just basically just taking that toothpick and just applying it straight to your wart. Okay? Okay, so oregano is super good for, wild orange, talking about wild orange again, is actually super good for immune support too. Put 2 drops in your water and that will be great for you. And then the last thing that I want to 2 other things. One is sleep issues. If you're having a problem with sleeping, you can diffuse wild orange. Okay? And in fact, that 2 drops frankincense, 2 drops oregano, 2 drops wild orange would be a perfect thing to diffuse at bedtime. And then the other thing that you can do is you can put wild orange into your smoothies, into your dressings, into your sauces. So, get wild orange, experiment with it. I think you're going to love it. Again, it's going to be antibacterial, antiseptic. It's going to be, sometimes it acts as a sedative and sometimes it acts as a stimulant. It kind of is what your body needs. And then also essential oils work a little differently with everyone. So they work a little differently with everyone. So you're just gonna, if you want to see the power of essential oils, I definitely say get them. Get some great books on education. This is an amazing book when it comes to physical properties. I'm loving this book for the affirmations. This is one of my favorite books for the emotional properties of them. Okay, so reminding you, I think we've covered all the physical. Oh, really, really quick, I wanted to tell you, I think I finished up with wild orange. So, just reminding you that we are doing our This is our last day when we're working on reviewing our vision boards, and our mantra for today is, I am comfortable moving out my own pace. Okay, I hope you have an amazing weekend. This is Susanna Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life. Bye-bye.